I'm Dr. Mark Seraly. I'm the founder and CEO of Iagnosis, and we've developed the first virtual office platform for skincare online called DermatologistOnCall. So we basically started the company. Larry and I, Larry's the co-founder of the company.
Okay.
And I'm bringing all the medical skill to the equation.
Okay.
Larry's bringing the business visionary skill to the equation, and
bringing these two minds together.
Absolutely.
And I'm sensing something kind of cool going on here.
Yep.
So, Larry, tell us about yourself real quick.
I'm Larry Eakin. As Mark mentioned, I'm the CSO, or Chief Strategy Officer of the company, co-founder. I always like to say it really in short way. Mark's the visionary, and I'm the guy making it a reality.
It's like
So,
quick on
Oh,
all
you're the
these
guys
ideas.
doing the work.
I'm the guy doing the work.
I get it. So here you are. You've been operating for how long?
we've been in the market for less than a year now. So our platform is available online right now for patients, and we're building the network of dermatologists.
Okay, so I'm going online. I'm doing this live, and we're going to Iagnosis.com, and then it shifts you into DermatologistCall.com.
DermatologistOnCall.com.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay, so now what? Charlie's watching TV. Tell him the example, Charlie, where you had your little panic attack. You're watching TV. You thought you had something wrong with you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was poison ivy. It was just a little rash, and all of a sudden I see a shingles commercial come on, and I didn't know if I had shingles.
And next thing you know, he's got a
and
full-blown anxiety attack.
Yeah, so I didn't know.
He's freaking out.
Obviously
He
it
called me
calmed
personally.
down. It calmed down by the end of the day, but if I had something or knew of this, I would have been able to take a picture?
Well, here's a nice thing about Dermatologists on Call. So instead of waiting and worrying, potentially weeks or months to see a dermatologist.
Yeah, why do you have to wait weeks and months to see a dermatologist?
Just because there aren't a lot of us.
Really?
There aren't. There's only about 420 residency spots each year for 18,000 medical school graduates in the country.
Back up.
So there aren't a lot of us. And it takes weeks or months to get in, even if you're an established patient. So the benefit of Dermatologist on Call is that you can literally log in anytime, anywhere, not have to miss work, travel, take your kids out of school, fuel costs. It's a 6-step process where you upload your medical information, you take a few high-quality digital images, and you can do it either with a camera or a smartphone, and you click submit. And literally within 3 business days, either the dermatologist that you specifically selected or any dermatologist in the network, if you didn't have a preference, can pick up your case, give you your diagnosis, send your treatment right to the pharmacy, and it's that simple.
And so how is it reimbursed? How do you pay for it?
Currently, there isn't a reimbursement model in place for this. It's self-pay. However,
that's great.
The $69 charge is a real value add for all of the other costs associated with not getting care.
Absolutely, totally, man. It's totally great. So, I mean, and suppose it's like really bad news. So let's say Charlie sent us a picture in, and it's like really, it's not good, Charlie.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah. So the bottom line is this. For the majority of, we can manage about 80 to 85% of all common skin conditions online.
Okay.
But then when something is identified online that's of concern, the real advantage to using Dermatologists on Call is that you can have your case brought into the office sooner. So you'll take precedence perhaps over somebody else who might just be coming in for a routine visit. And the other advantage is, too, that we've actually saved lives already with our system.
Caught
melanomas early.
Really?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Wow. People, if they would waited like 3 weeks or a month,
Wow.
could have gone nuts and taken them over.
So what's your vision for this? Take us, where do you want to be in like a year from now?
This is an opportunity. So this is a form of what we call telecare or telemedicine.
Right.
And what we really need in this country is affordable and accessible health care. And by offering a telemedicine service, by offering a platform that enables people to get care at any time, what we're saying is that we want people to have expanding choice, unimpeded access to services. We want people to be satisfied with their health care, get what they're paying for. And we also want to be able to offer doctors new tools in their toolkit to better be able to service their patients.
Well,
and this is really what I believe is healthcare reform.
Oh, I mean, using technology to streamline it, to cut costs.
But this really is not what's happening with healthcare reform.
Well, and this is
I
why
hate
we're
to be a cynic.
This is why we're taking
I hate
a
to be a
different
cynic.
approach.
And it's the free market that's taking this approach. This is you as a doctor seeing the solution, and you being a chief strategy officer saying, I can make this thing work and function, properly.
Very interesting.
That's why I find this amazing, and I was so excited to have you guys on the show because this is really transformative stuff. I mean, starting with especially obviously dermatology seems like the perfect place to start.
It is
for something like this.
Of all the medical disciplines
ask you, right,
that leverage telemedicine with images, dermatology is the perfect fit because there's a 90% diagnostic accuracy between seeing something virtually and seeing it face to face. So the idea is this: it's just as accurate to have your care evaluated online for dermatological problems as it is in seeing a dermatologist face to face.
Right.
But see, people just don't have access anymore.
Exactly.
If you're now, say for whatever reason, I don't have insurance, can I send this picture in, get diagnosed? As long as I pay my $69,
you're in.
Now, say I don't want to come in to your office because I obviously don't want to incur any extra charges. Can you just now write me a prescription?
Absolutely. So this is how the system works. So let's say you came in online with poison ivy, as you suggested. Your case is evaluated. You're sent all the information that you need to know about poison ivy. Your prescriptions are sent directly to the pharmacy that you identified online as your pharmacy. And whether you have insurance or not, we'll know what prescriptions are covered.
Oh, that's the best part.
And we try to leverage generic medicines, which are as equally effective as some of the more expensive branded medicines. So, again, it's really consumerizing healthcare.
And let me just add, this is not mom and pop. We're SureScript certified. We're the only teledermatology company in the country right now that we can e-prescribe to any pharmacy in the country.
Really?
Right now. So we're prepared to go to all 50 states as quickly as we can do it.
How are dermatologists responding to this?
Well, so any response to something new and disruptive takes time, right?
Absolutely. We know. We live in that world.
Basically what we're trying to do is tell everybody the world isn't flat anymore. It's actually round. And we're trying to do that even in dermatology because this is a field, this is a concept, telemedicine, that's still new. But it's going to telemedicine is really going to transform the U.S. healthcare delivery system. And we need these new ways to get care now, especially when we expect to put in 30 to 50 million new people into a system that's already been stressed.
Exactly.
So what about like if I have psoriasis? So I'm someone who gets psoriasis flare-ups in one elbow, but you didn't think it was psoriasis and it was poison ivy. Like, what's the likelihood that you're able to differentiate? And that's probably not a good example in terms of that.
So the likelihood is about 90+% that the images that you send in, and we actually teach people when they come in online how to send the right images based on the body locations that you selected.
Okay.
And the dermatologist always has the ability to say, hey, you know what? Send me more images. The images that you sent weren't of the quality that I need.
Right.
And then if the dermatologist still can't make a diagnosis, you're triaged out, meaning you're politely told that this case doesn't qualify for online care. You're refunded your money.
Okay.
So there's really no loss with this system.
Right. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing to add to that is technology is in our favor, right? We all have these smart devices. You're now taking 8, 10 megapixel pictures.
You're getting very good
where
pictures.
you can get manuscript quality pictures of a skin condition with only 1 to 2 megapixels.
Exactly.
Okay.
Very cool. So what are some of the privacy and security?
I was going to ask about that.
So I was going to ask you about the privacy concerns. I know that that's a big technological hurdle that you must get over to make sure that things are kept confidential.
Right.
How tough is that?
Well, it takes, to do this right, you have to build into the platform all the HIPAA and also the high-tech privacy rules that the government requires, that if you're transmitting or storing protected health information, you have to do it right. And we have spent tens of thousands of dollars in developing and designing the system for security to enable a safe and secure visit for patients.
Absolutely. So people want to learn more about Iagnosis. Where can they go and check this whole thing out? Because we're amazed.
Well, thanks. You can go to either Iagnosis.com.
Okay.
Or you can learn more about us on DermatologistOnCall.com.
So exciting.
Very
it's
cool.
Very exciting. I'm going to use it the next time I have a flare-up.
Once again, Audrey, technology is the great equalizer, man. Driving efficiencies.
Well, listen, if I was a physician, I don't know if I'd want to be around all this stuff.
I know. I'd want to look at it on my iPad.
To tell you the truth, I'd be like, yeah, okay,
I do that on the iPad, too.
Very cool.
Right? You
don't
have
know
to
about Jonathan. Now, does your phone have 8 pixels on it?
Mine's
your
got,
2 inches down?
Mine's like a half a pixel.
Okay, yeah, we got to upgrade that phone.
I was literally taking care of patients from the Pittsburgh area on my iPad in the jungle in Guatemala last year.
No way.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's what I like,
All
man.
it takes is an internet connection somewhere.
Very cool. Thanks, guys, for stopping
right,
by.
That is so great.
All
and
out of
your
time.
website?
Yeah, Iagnosis.